Hello everybody and welcome back to Micronova Metals. The toll refining jobs are just rolling in, are keeping me very busy, meeting some great people. What I have in front of me here is the remnants of 1,600 grams of sterling that a gentleman by the name of Jose down in Puerto Rico has sent me. And I've taken spoons and everything out of it and melted that into shot. This here, I think I'm just going to put the torch to it and crumple it up a little bit and put it into a beaker, or if I can manage to get some more into shot, I will, because it's a very quick way to get this stuff to dissolve. But so we're going to get at it and see what a 1,600 gram yield is going to give us. Okay, so I've got a game plan. There's some very heavy-duty pieces like this that are not worth the effort to try to get my shears onto, but a lot of these I've cut up. So these I can just kind of finesse into the melt dish, and then the bigger pieces like this and this will go in as they are. And maybe these bigger pieces I'll keep actually to start denoxing towards the end if I find myself with a little extra nitric acid in it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go off camera and go over to the melt dish and get some more shot made. Okay, so I split this up two ways. One, there's the shot. We're going to get a weight on that here real quick. And the other is I've got, half a dozen to 10 pieces like this that I just put the torch to and made sure the oil is all burned off and all that good stuff, and that'll be an easy feed into the beaker as we go along. So let's get a weight on this. And let's see, we're on grams. There's definitely some water weight in there. We're all right up to 1,117 right now. I'll have to double check my notes, but I believe it was I believe it was 1,600 grams that he sent. That was the picture he showed me anyway. Almost there. So what you see in here is just borax anyway. Okay, I will pick through that real quick to make sure nothing substantial is left behind. So we have 1,416 grams. And where that is going to go is right into here. Go. 1,071. Okay, so we'll get this covered up with distilled water and put that up on the heat, and we'll get this started with a nitric boil. Alright, while I've got the scale out, I just fished everything that I've burned with the torch or incinerated with the torch, and looks like the total material is 1,622, so we're doing good. Okay, we're just getting set up to get a nitric boil started. Distilled water, always distilled water. To get started with a nitric boil. That brings us just up above the, it's probably like right around the 600 mils line. And I will get this up on the heat over here. Just going to start it on a low heat. It takes a while for this corningware to heat up anyway, and I'm going to get the nitric ready. So I'm going to bring your attention to this project here. And over here, the same project from another Joe. But though that project was about 1 kilo of material, and that took, I was at 1,000. That took 850 milliliters of red fuming nitric acid to dissolve. So I imagine I'm going to go through 2 bottles, very close to 2 liters of nitric acid to dissolve all of this. There, I had just over 100 left there. We'll get that going. And I know that was a big dump, but the fact of the matter is there's too much volume in there for me to worry, have any serious concerns about it boiling over just because I put 100 mils on top of very cold water. So okay, well there we go. I'll keep you updated when something is worth taking a look at. Okay, so I've decided to take a slightly different direction with Mr. Jose's project here. All of that I did not turn into shot is now in this 2-liter beaker. So everything is about to be on the hot plates here soon. And I just really want to get this back to him. He's a first-time customer. I want to be super happy with not just the quality of the work, but with the timeliness of it. So I just brought that up to 800 milliliter mark, and I'm going to start putting the nitric to it, and what's going to happen is this will just slowly start breaking down. I don't know if it'll be finished tonight. There's a lot more surface area on that, but I got to feather it in so it doesn't overreact as well. So I'll get this in there into its own containment, and we'll get a reaction going. Alright, we're going to start off with 100 milliliters of red fuming nitric acid, and this we are going to be a lot more cautious with because this 2-liter beaker doesn't have the volume to contain a quick reaction like the 3-liter beaker does, and there's bulky stuff in this one, so I'm trying to spread it around a little bit. There's a lot of water in there too. It's super cold. See that reaction starting already. I think we'll hold off on there and see how it goes. Okay, day 2 on Jose's job from Puerto Rico, and we've been very successful. Had 2 beakers going at once, this 3-liter and that 2. I've emptied that and washed it out. Everything's getting going into vacuum flasks before we do a conversion, and this is all we have left. This is in the small beaker, and then there is this shot left down here. So that's going to go back into a nitric boil, and we'll just add it to the sum total. Okay, let's get this set up for another nitric boil. Probably going to take a couple hours at that, but we'll get caught up. Let's Gonna cover it over with some water. I'm estimating that to be, I don't even think that's 50 grams really, so what to do for nitric here? Let's see, 50 grams. And I do believe the copper has literally just been eaten right out of that, and all that remains is silver. So let's throw in 40 milliliters of red fuming nitric acid. Go ahead and get it started right here. That'll be enough to get us a really nice start. Alright, so we'll get this inside the vent hood. Put it right up here. Give it some moderate heat and finish that up. Okay, 24 hours has passed since the last update, and what you're seeing here is silver chloride that has been rinsed thoroughly and has passed the ammonia test. And there's quite a bit in there. It's a minimum up to the 1,000 liter mark, and it's, you know, it's a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing a conversion with lye and sugar and get this ready to be turned back into metallic silver. Okay, so what we've done is we've just converted it from silver chloride to silver oxide. It took an entire 2 pounds of this to do that. And this is about 1 kilo of material, of raw material when I first got it. So we stirred it until it was black, and it stayed black. And right now what we have is a very heavy solution of silver oxide. And now I'm going to break this up into two parts and convert it from silver oxide back to metallic using sugar. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is add some Caro corn syrup to this. And this is where I'm going to use an extreme amount of caution. I know that if I keep my temperatures under 160 degrees, 160, 160, this will not erupt like a volcano and hurt me and chemically scar everything around me here. So just going to feather it in, go slow, and we'll be making this into metallic here real soon. Okay, so that's the lye and sugar conversion. In a nutshell there, you can see, as I tilt this back, all that, there's the metallic silver right there. Always do with a respirator and hot gloves and all that stuff, and just know that this especially when you add the sugar in, it's always a delayed reaction, because when the sugar has fully dissolved is when it's doing its most conversion, and the biggest chemical reaction could just send that right up over the top. And I don't know anybody that's fast enough to get away from it, because it happens instantaneously. So just know, keep it under 100, well, right around 160 degrees, and you should be safe. Okay, and I wanted to give you guys a really good example of how do you know when the reaction is done. A couple ways is one, that the addition of at this point the sugar creates no more heat. This is probably 5 minutes since I put the last sugar in. I did add some water in. We're still at 154. Of course I put hot water in, but so I'm going to show you this. Down here is the metallic silver. This is a layer of like mirroring. There's some silver on that. I'm going to give this a very vigorous whirl, and it's going to go all throughout the beaker. You can see it up top. Look at the very top foam area. Those particulates of the silver. Now watch how quick it empties out. In 3, 2, 1. I said empties out, I meant settles out. But let's do it again, just to show. Stop in 3, 2, 1. Maybe 3.5 seconds, and that's when you know it's done and it's time to decant this off. And I got the other one over here too. Okay, now is our back to metallic silver, cement silver, whatever you want to call it. That's after one rinse, and I will probably go through 4 to 5 gallons of rinsing both of these two, which is more than I need to do, but it will give me a better product. So when we converted the silver nitrate to the white billowy silver chloride, what we were washing out was copper. What we're washing out with this is the lye, the hydroxide, and the sugar. So that's what we need to get out of there, or we're going to have very, very dirty silver. But at this point, this is when it gets easy. Everything else up to now is technical and somewhat hard at times.